This is Access Houston on 97.9 The Box.
Good Sunday morning. You're listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, KG Smooth. Welcoming back. He is the executive director of the Houston Furniture Bank and just all-around great guy. Welcoming back, Mr. Oli Mohommed. Yeah. Welcome, Ali. Good to see you,
How
man.
You doing, KG?
I'm doing well. Yeah, everything's been good.
Everything's been fantastic, really. I mean, Furniture Bank finally kind of got the things happens in a very unique way. You never know.
Right.
This disaster of Harvey has brought the Furniture Bank into a different kind of a light and provided us with the opportunity to help families, which we could never have done before.
Yes, indeed. Before we get into the furniture assistance program for families in need that you all are offering, tell the people, people keep moving to Houston.
Yeah.
The secret is out. We're one of the hottest cities in the nation.
Yeah.
Tell us about the Houston Furniture Bank.
So Houston Furniture Bank is a charitable organization, 501c3 tax-exempt organization,
yes,
which collects and distributes furniture to families that are in need.
Mm-hmm.
And we do that through a partnership with other local charities. We have partnership with over 80 different charitable organizations that assist families in need in our communities all year long in all kinds of things,
mm-hmm.
whether they're refugees, whether they're someone whose house got burnt, or whether someone just don't have furniture because of basic poverty.
Mm-hmm.
So these organizations are doing those assistance, and we provide the furniture piece when they need a bed or a chair and a sofa and a dining room table.
Yeah.
Furniture Bank provides that. We collect that from the community. So we are in a consistent look for items that people can donate.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what's going on right now. We're looking for more and more furniture to assist more and more
people. Yeah. You had mentioned that the Furniture Bank has been, going through some great changes since Harvey. Can you expound on that a little bit?
So you see, Furniture Bank started as an organization to provide assistance to families.
Right.
So before whatever disaster in this city, whatever floods and or the cyclones that has happened here, we have always done the best that we can. We opened our doors to families that were in need to come get whatever we could give them.
Yes.
So after Harvey, we did the same. We opened our doors to families. On the 6th of September is when Furniture Bank opened, and we said that we are going to anybody who has a proof of being damaged by this hurricane, you can first come, first serve.
Okay.
So we were serving about 70 families every day.
Wow.
For about a month. So that is before anybody.
70 families every day for about a month.
Yeah. So
you do the math on that. That's a lot.
And nobody really gave us any money for that.
Mm-hmm.
Organizations like Mattress Farm, Sarda, and other mattress companies particularly really stepped up and brought in trailer loads of mattresses for us to give to families.
That's great.
So we had been doing that. And then what happened is, we can only serve 70 families a day.
Mm-hmm.
And there were, by 5 o'clock in the morning, when you go there
was already 70.
Parking lot full of, there is already 140, 50 people lined up. So that became, fortunately, there was no incident, but we kind of got cautioned about that.
Yeah.
And I decided, no, we cannot do this, because people started sleeping on the parking lot the day before.
So they can be in line for the next day.
And so that was not acceptable. So we kind of stopped that and reorganized that people could come through different agencies.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, the Greater Houston Community Foundation, they got money from the mayor and the judge, the city of Houston's mayor and the judge of Harris County had asked for funding and received money, and they were giving out that money through the Greater Houston Community Foundation, and we got a small portion in the third round or second round, we got a small portion to give furniture to about 700 families. So we were buying furniture and distributing, but because we have a long-standing relationship with furniture industry, we could go to the manufacturers, get a good price for the furniture that we bought, and we served over 1,000 families with the money that was given to us for 700 families.
Oh, that is amazing.
And we could give more items than only the ones that we purchased because we got other donations. So if someone needed a coffee table, we could add a coffee table to it.
Oh,
So we were giving basically mattresses and kitchen table and sofa and something to keep the clothes. That's what we got the money for, and we served those families. And then after that, they gave us, with the performance certainly, they gave us $1.5 million.
wow.
And we are just starting to give furniture on that. So families that are affected by Hurricane Harvey, everyone has some kind of a caseworker they are related to. So your listeners who are in need of furniture because they were damaged by Harvey need to get in touch with their caseworkers.
Okay.
And they have the caseworker get in touch with the furniture bank so that we can process whatever needs to be done to that.
Okay.
We also have received another small grant comparatively from the Red Cross, which we are working with particularly school organizations that are in the schools, and the students that are those students whose house got affected or flooded. Those are the priorities in that grant. We are working with the organizations that if you are a student and your family got affected in any of the school districts in Houston, you can get in touch with communities in schools or any school-related organization that helps people in need to get in touch with the furniture bank. So the bottom line is, if you need assistance, you cannot come to the furniture bank directly.
You got to go through your caseworker.
We are not set up for that. So we are working with organizations that are helping flood-affected, hurricane-affected people, and they have to come through that organization.
Yes. You are listening to Access Houston. We're talking to Oli Mohommed, who is the executive director at the Houston Furniture Bank. This is just great news, by the way. You know, everything from the donations to Red Cross to the outpouring of folks that are in need. Can you tell me of any great success stories or just stories that families have shared with you, just expressing their appreciation and gratitude for
that happens every day, really. I mean, honestly speaking, there are more people that are there are people who, I cannot tell you people crying, they had been sleeping on the floor there are families that had been sleeping throughout the year, had been sleeping on the floor.
Yeah.
What I think about when I think about what happened in Harvey is Harvey was kind of an equalizer.
Yeah.
It did not discriminate.
That's right.
So what has happened is people who are well-to-do in our communities, they were as affected as people who don't have anything. So people who are blessed, having that
experience,
resources,
now they can empathize with.
They can clearly see what it means
what it's like.
to be without furniture.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of energized people's being togetherness. I think that is a great. I think Furniture Bank is fortunate in our effort because before Harvey, when Harvey did not happen, every night in our city, thousands of children, because there is no real number. There are people who mention numbers,
right?
But we know that thousands of children are going to sleep on the floor every night, even before Harvey.
Right.
Thousands of people in our community don't have anything. They have a shelter over their head, but basically nothing inside. So Furniture Bank, this is our opportunity, and I believe working on this particular issue for last 26 years now, I believe that in this city, there are people and it is true that once you let people know a problem, the problem ceases to exist. We need to have these problems cease to exist.
Yes.
That people need to know that there are people in need of basic needs of very little, and we are throwing this away. As I have discussed this before, that every year in this Greater Houston area, over 750,000 to 1 million pieces of mattresses are going to the landfills. And according to one estimate, 300,000 children are sleeping on the floor every night.
Yeah.
So this too really doesn't compute if you really think about resourcefulness and waste.
Yeah.
So Furniture Bank is focused on that. And I think with your show and others, if people can be informed that this is what can be done, rather than throwing it in the landfill, you can bring it to the Furniture Bank.
You can bring it to the
and
Furniture
have it
Bank.
recycled.
Yeah.
So that for your future, there is a better landscape that you have, at least.
Yeah.
So that's awareness is what we need. And so I request you, I really applaud you for allowing us this space in your show. But
you are so welcome. I use this platform to let the city be more self-aware about things they may not know about or privy to. And then I myself learn a lot by having people like yourself on that lets us all know about the great things that are happening and where it's coming from. And Oli, so good to see you, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you.
Good Sunday morning. You're listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, KG Smooth, welcoming an H-Town legend. He is the owner and founder of Wreckshop Records. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Derrick. D-Reck Dixon is in the building, man. Welcome, bro.
Yeah, man. Happy to be here.
Man, it's good to meet you, man. Heard a lot about you. Some people may not be familiar. We get a lot of people that move to Houston.
No.
So give us the brief history bio.
Pretty much, man. Just 98 founded Wreckshop Records, and just like to say, man, put out Fat Pat, Big Mo, ESG, Pokey.
All the greats.
Worked with most of the Houston artists, most of the guys. I've worked with them. Did a couple films out here. We did Dirty Third 1 and 2. Did Mike Jones movie, American Dream. Wrote and directed, and with Greg Carter. And man, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Just love.
Do you hear this humbleness?
Music scene,
man, that's it. Come on now, man, that's it. Yeah, please tell us about Wreckshop Records and how you started it.
At the time, man, I was in grad school. I was out in Atlanta, so I was coming back and forth, and I saw the whole screw movement.
Pause right there. You hear that, kids? He said he was in grad school. All right, so you can still be smart and be, in the streets and be street-minded and smart at the same time. Sorry, just had to get that, get that out there because that's gangster.
Yeah, and then like I saw how the screw movement was, and the vision hit me right then. So I came back here, and at the time, I wanted to work with Pat and Kiki, and but Key had already moved. Key was already with Jam Down, so I was blessed and lucky to get to work with Fat Pat, man. And unfortunately, he passed away. And but the first record, came out was Tops Drop, and that was the first real record I had broke, because I did the same thing in Atlanta, but I didn't have the success. You know what I'm saying? So that was the first record that broke, and then we just kept finding ways to reinvent the label and keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Ended up with ESG came on the team for a minute, and then Big Mo came, and we had a lot of success with Big Mo.
Yeah.
And man, that's it, man. It's just been good,
Man, responsible for so many H-Town legends. That's how does that feel? Like when you look back on it and to know the cultural impact that those artists have had on the city of Houston and Houston culture.
Man, it feel good. It's crazy though, because a lot of times I'm a lot of places and they playing my music, our music that, I say our because it took a lot of us to make that happen, but they playing our music, and I just be sitting there looking at nobody don't even know. You know what I'm saying?
I'm responsible for this. Yeah.
And I like it like that. It's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the best feeling in the world, man, is that, you know, when you create something or play a role in creating something and it stands so long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that, to me, a lot of people, they say what they want. They always talk about this, talk about that. But I say the work speak for itself. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
we still got, the music was good, I believe, in my heart, because it's still, you know, banging, man. People still listen to
banging
it.
Yeah.
Thank God.
You listen to Access Houston. We're talking to D-Reck from Wreckshop Records. You mentioned Top's Drop. My coworker is on there, Dana Jackson, singing the hook on there. And when I got here, I was always familiar with the song, but it was just so random how one of the coworkers was like, "Oh yeah, you know that's Dana." I was like, "Wait, what?"
And Dana killed it. And it's crazy because we had, like, Pat is a perfectionist, or was a perfectionist. And when I tell you, every bit of probably 6 or 7 people came in there, and I'll be like, yeah, that. You know, I'm trying to get the song down. You know what I'm saying?
You're like, nah,
Pat wasn't
that ain't
going
it.
for it, man.
Yeah.
And Dana came, though, she killed it. And to this day, right now, that bridge, you know what I'm saying?
You be in the club now.
Yeah.
Where was I? I was somewhere last Friday. I think I was at the address and dropped that. GT dropped that and on the bridge.
Yeah.
All together. I just wanna drop it.
Yeah.
All day long. It's definitely a vibe.
Yeah.
So you're doing something big though. You've got the Unity Project. Where you've curated this album, 13 Houston artists, produced by DJ XO. What's up, XO? Okay. Talk about the Unity Project. What was the inspiration behind this Unity Project?
Man, I'm like really and truly, I kind of been on the sidelines, you know what I'm saying? Like me and my brother sitting next to me, we have some other business.
Oh, you say what's up? Say what's up to the people.
Yeah,
Like,
man,
you
I'm
okay.
I'm the silent part.
That's right.
Yeah, so we took a little break from the entertainment deal, you know what I'm saying? And was really focusing on our bail bond company, our ambulance company, and that's ASAP bail bonds, you know what I'm saying? So,
And an ambulance company?
Yeah. And we have a medical transport company, Ambicare Trans. And you know, just so I gave it a break, but then over the last 3 years, I really just been watching the way things develop. I see the structure coming back to the music scene, to the music industry as a whole, and I'm like, what can I do to help our music scene? You know what I'm saying? I see we have the talent that's out there. It's just some, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to come in. I've been an advocate for it. I like I said, I feel good about, you know, the things we already accomplished, but I just see so much more, and it, you know, it's like a sport to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like the Rockets should be winning. I feel like the Astros need to be winning, and I feel like Houston artists need to be winning. And you know what I'm saying? I just want to get out here and try to see what I can do to try to, you know, add something to it.
So with these 13 Houston artists, who can you drop some names, or some of them are some of them surprise?
No, man. I really feel like out of a lot of the emerging artists, of course, we don't have them all on there because there's a lot of talent, but we have quite a few of the guys that's really making some noise out here. Got you know, produced by DJ XO, who I feel like is one of the premier producers out here.
Oh yeah.
And then we got
I just pulled off the block.
Yeah. So then Fast Lane is on there, Boston George on there.
Okay.
Young Al's on there. Young Lyric, Dope Easy, Propane.
Okay.
Man, I can go on.
It sounds like it's going to be quite the project, quite the album. When can we look forward to it?
I'm thinking a release date early December.
Okay.
Yeah, we just trying to, like I said, that's that's all part of it, man. A lot of everybody just throw records out now, and I don't want to just
at random.
Hey man, I finished recording yesterday. It's on iTunes tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to build up some anticipation for it. Right now we got a couple records that we working. I'm just glad I'm in a position to do it this way. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the artists that's out there, they young, they trying to get on. You know what I'm saying? So they just got to be impulsive. But
yeah,
I want to actually market the record a little bit before.
So on to underscore that point, how do you feel about the state of the music business right now? and the way that it's going?
The music business as a whole, or Houston music?
Houston
music. Okay, man. I feel good about it because talent-wise, I really do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we have the talent. I feel like it makes no sense in the world that we not competing. Our music scene is not in the top 3-4 music scenes in the country. I really feel like that. And we named the record Unity because of that. You know what I'm saying? And I think a major part of that is everybody not working together. And I mean that across the board. You know what I'm saying? People work together, but the intentions behind working together and the structure of working together, I feel like we missing that on our music scene. And it's not just within the artists.
That part.
It's producers, it's artists, and it's even the media. You know, the radio stations, the DJs. We do what we do, but we don't do it with the intention of making our music scene thrive. And it's crazy because everybody wins when that happens.
Right.
And no one can see that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because I've been on the outside looking in, and I'm like, y'all don't remember what that felt like when we had 3 or 4 national acts right here in the city. Right. So I mean, not just the artists win, the station win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody
Birthday
wins.
bashes are bigger.
Yeah.
You know, DJs out here with their mixtapes or anything they doing in the club. It's better for the promoters, money moving around.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's so much added value to that to where I just want to try to wake everybody up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like trying to let the artists know, you know, some certain things that I feel like could help them with their career, you know, in particular. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I mean, we're working with so many of them right now, and I'm getting to know them more personally. A lot of young guys, you know, all the old school cats, you can't miss me on none of them. But these younger guys, and it's at times you like, you know what I'm saying? Damn, man, it seems like I want more for you than you want for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, or either, or if it ain't that, it's like, you know, you getting ahead of yourself too fast. Like, it don't take but one little 5 spins on the radio station sometimes for some of these cats to get the big head. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So, and then, you know, once that happens, your ears are closed, you know? So I'm just hoping that by working with them, engaging them, I don't have any artists signed to me, so I don't have no ulterior motivations. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like,
it's all coming from a pure place.
I just want to see
the intentions are good.
They good. I just want to see the music scene move forward, and you know what I'm saying. So anyway,
I'm with it.
So
in the words of the great Hova,
nobody
wins when the family feuds.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody wins when the family feuds. So we're gonna look for this early December. D-Reck gonna drop that Unity project with the 13 Houston artists produced by DJ XO. This sounds exciting, bro. This sounds real exciting. With the young cats, what you think of the young cats and the music that they making nowadays?
Man, I love it. I love music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm with you. I like what they doing too.
Yeah.
I be hearing some older heads like give them a hard time, like, yo, like, bro, like, you mean to tell me out of all of these new young cats, ain't nobody you like? There's nobody that you rock with? Like, come on now. Like, for real, you just sound like a pure D hater.
Yeah.
Nobody you like? Come on now. You helped. You probably the reason why they are the way that they are today. Like, absolutely, you know what I mean? So
everything evolves, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they can't, I mean, you can't make the same music we was making in the 90s.
That's right.
And think we're going to compete.
Right.
So, you know, there's still some room for growth out here. But, man, I'm telling you, if we get more support from our DJs, if we get more support from radio, you know what I'm saying? We get just a little bit more support and we start having that star maker mentality that we need to have. Man, the sky's the limit for what could happen out here in Houston. I'm talking about movies, reality shows,
everything.
And I just believe in that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I believe in that. You know what I'm saying? I look at everything all the way down from, we got probably one of the most powerful guys in the music industry in Jay Prince. You know what I'm saying? We got one of the richest legacies of music. Everybody has adopted our culture. You know what I'm saying? Hijacked it, exploited
Come on.
it, whatever
Talk
you
about
want
it.
to say.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? We got 4 million people here. We got overwhelming amount of talent. The only thing holding us back is us. And through the Unity Project and everything that I'm pushing right now, That's all I'm trying to do is wake everybody up and say, yo, you know what I'm saying? Let's get this back going in the right direction, because the last movement that did have a lot of success, I was a part of it. I saw it. I know what it feel like. And I know what it looked like when the potential is there. And the potential is there right now, but we all got to get away from, you know, all this outwardness. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to preach, but we support other artists from other places.
Bro.
We soon as somebody come from out of town, everybody go crazy and start, you know what I'm saying?
But your own hometown
but
person
we
is
ain't
right
support-
here that's
right.
been grinding and doing it for the city, and
Yeah.
you ain't supporting. Like, what kind of mess is that?
And when it popped off last time, that's what made it pop off. That screw movement and music, it was so big that it made everything lay down. It made, you know what I'm saying? Radio enhanced it, but radio didn't make it.
Right.
The streets made it.
Yep.
The streets supported it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And when the streets support it and it's hot in the streets, I mean, trust me, radio will follow. Radio will come, you know, but as far as what I can do.
Right.
You know, I can't speak for everybody else. But
yeah, and it ain't just
whatever I can
radio
do.
though. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say it's just one component. It's a lot of pieces.
Oh yeah.
You know, we don't have a lot of outside investment because we don't have a strong distribution company out here. That's something we're working on right now.
That'll be big. I'm surprised nobody ain't did that yet.
Yeah, well, that's what we are working on. So,
Well, that's a conversation off air because I
yeah,
can get real
yeah.
political. I don't want you know the mob or the feds coming after us tonight.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
But,
man, H-Town legend D-Reck from Wreckshop Records. We are looking for the Unity project that'll be coming out at sometime next month. Anything else you got coming up? What else?
man, one other thing, man, I just want people to tune in to Sound of the City. It's at soundofthecity.com. It's a web reality series that we got, and it's basically been focusing on the making of this Unity album.
Oh.
So I actually been going in the studio with a lot of guys that's on the project. Yeah, a lot of behind the scenes stuff, because it's, once again, like I said, man, people know these guys' music, but they don't know them personally.
Yeah.
So we trying to build a platform where people can actually start knowing the artist and really buying into their whole brand and not just the song. So they have a little more longevity. So
that's that Cardi B blueprint I see.
Yeah, no, Cardi B got that probably from us. Now, because I don't even keep up with that. If she did say that though,
No. I mean that in terms of how she got the people
from the reality,
from from her personality. Like we fell in love with her because of her personality first, and then the music came. It was like, oh, we messing with you like that. So I mean it in that.
And that's what it's really about, man. We felt like we knew Pop.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We felt like we knew Biggie, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And believe it or not, a lot of these people out here, they really felt like they knew Big Mo, they knew Pat, they know Ro. That's why Ro still got such a fan base like that. You know so much about Ro. You don't just know Ro music. Yeah. And these young guys, you know what I'm saying, that's the type of engagement with fan base that they need. And there's a lot of stuff like this, man, that I want to try to share with them, and you know what I'm saying, try to help them in their growth,
Well, you've been doing it, and you're going to keep on doing it. They're going OGs like you that reach out, people can feel the genuineness and the attention behind it. And I think when it's pure, people gravitate towards it, and we're going to be all right.
Already, man. It's bright days coming this way. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Yes, sir.
So look for the Unity Project dropping next month, produced by DJ XO. Man, D-Reck, it's an honor, bro. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
I appreciate you having me here, man. And I've always 97.9. You know what I'm saying? Been supporting a lot of stuff I've been doing for decades now, man. So ain't nothing but love up here for. You know what I'm saying? Everybody up here, Terry on down, JQ, all of them, man. I've been working with you guys so long, man. So I appreciate y'all and thank y'all for supporting the city the way y'all have.
Well, thank you. And thank you for being on the program. And thank you for listening to Access Houston.
We'll be back with more Access Houston on 97.9 The Box.